Greetings and welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be looking at a Magicka Templar 1-bar build. I'm very happy with this build. I'm not a big Templar fan. I always felt a little weird when I played a Templar, but we did a couple iterations of this build, and this is the one that I really like. It feels good. It deals a lot of damage. It's a lot of fun to play. So let's get right into it. I'll show you what it's all about. So, like I said, Magicka Templar. We're a Dark Elf, 35 points into Magicka, 29 to health. Basically, I was just trying to get to like 25k Magicka. I feel a little bit more comfortable having a little bit more Magicka. The health is a little bit on the lower side. If you feel like you want more health, you need more health, you can always ramp this up to like 30, but I wouldn't go past 30 because we don't really have a lot of stats on this build, at least not these kinds of stats. So, you know, I wouldn't risk the damage for more health. This is basically, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a glass cannon build, but it's more focused on damage than anything else. So yeah, there we go. Magicka recovery, not super high, but we have a staff, so we can always do heavy attacks, and Templar does a good job sustaining the attacks anyway. Spell damage goes up to like 6k, which is pretty nice. The spell critical, 51%. That is basically the key of this build. We have a lot of crit and crit damage on this build. This is where the damage is coming from. Really, really nice. Spell resistance 20k, physical 16.5. Crit resist 2k, not too shabby, not too great, but like I said, it's not focused on being tanky or anything. It's just focused on doing that damage. We're using the Witchmother's Potent Brew. We're using the Shadow Mundus for the extra crit damage and crit healing. So yeah, we got a lot of heals, we got a lot of damage, and as you can see, we're running the Oaken Soul Ring because we have every single buff in the game right now. Okay, so that's the stats. Let's look at the gear. So pretty easy setup. We're running 5 Orders Wrath, which is a great new set that gives a lot of crit chance. It gives critical damage and critical healing, and a little bit of weapon and spell damage. So that's a really nice all-around set for a crit build. And Templar specifically is amazing with like a high crit chance and crit damage, because if you're using jabs, you have 4 chances to crit. And then at the end, your Burning Light passive can also crit. So per jab, basically 5 chances to crit. So the Templar really makes good use of a high crit chance. You can put a lot of damage in there. So really, really nice. The second set we're using is Griffins, which also ups your crit chance a lot. Weapon and spell damage, and then after dealing direct damage, you gain minor force and minor expedition, which is amazing. So more crit damage and some movement speed, which is nice because we don't really have any movement speed otherwise on this buff on this build. So a little bit extra with this set really goes a long way. Then we're running 1 Valken Scoria and of course the Oaken Soul Ring. We got spell damage here because I got infused here with spell damage because the Templar, of course, is a spell damage focused class. As you guys know, we get 6% extra spell damage, and then we also get the minor spell damage buff, which, you know, that's why you kind of want to build for spell damage on a Templar, not for weapon damage, because you just get more out of the spell damage. When it comes to enchants, just a mix of Magicka, health, depending on where you want your stats to be. I went with Impen on most of my pieces. This one is well fitted, which doesn't really matter, but I didn't really bother transmuting it. I would suggest you go for all Impen. That's probably a good way to play this build. You could technically, well fitted is not bad because dodging is quite important on this build. You don't want to overdo it. So if you feel like you want to do more of a dodgy kind of play style, just go for well fitted instead. And then the staff is precise, and we got a weapon damage enchant on. It's precise, of course, just to up the crit values here, and the weapon damage because you just need some extra weapon damage. You know, it helps. So yeah, that's the gear. Let's look at the skills real quick. So we have extended ritual, which is basically your cleanse, and it really helps with out healing the damage when you're standing in there. It's a pretty nice heal per second, per 2 seconds. So yeah, that's a nice thing. And of course, your teammates can activate the Purify Synergy, which really helps, you know, when you're sieging and stuff like that. People get hit by siege, they can just cleanse that right off. So yeah, people are gonna love you. So Purifying Light is basically the skill that brings the Templar DPS together. It is a lot of damage. You can look at this skill kind of like as a pre-execute, kind of like the Mage's Wrath from the Sorcerer. You put it on, you do your damage. After 6 seconds, this thing explodes for a ton of damage. And yeah, it's amazing. People, like, if you can pressure people into like lower health, even if they stay alive, this thing explodes, they're done. So Purifying Light, amazing skill. Then of course the bread and butter DPS here, Puncturing Sweeps, great AoE damage, hits everybody in front of you, it snares them, it heals you for a portion of the damage you're doing. What's not to love? Just amazing skill. Super high AoE pressure. I love this thing. The next one, Toppling Charge, is your gap closer. You also do some upfront damage, and you set your target off balance, which, you know, it can help. You know, if someone blocks the stun from it, it's going to set them off balance, so you can basically just throw in a heavy attack when they're running away, and it's still going to stun them. But it's just amazing. This kit here, in case you want to know how to play this Templar build, here's your rotation. Purifying Light on the target, light attack, toppling charge, light attack, puncturing sweeps. And that's it. Dead, basically dead. The next one is your heal, Honor of the Dead. Heals like a truck, really nice. You get magicka back if you're below 75% health. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The next one, Crescent Sweep. Now, I started playing this build with a Dawnbreaker, and you will see that in the clips. Later on, I switched to Crescent Sweep because people said, yeah, just try it out, man. It hits really hard, and it's actually really not bad. The reason I didn't choose the Crescent Sweep in the beginning was because I, like, from past experiences, I knew that it was missing a lot because it doesn't have quite as much range as the Dawnbreaker. And that's true. But I found I was not missing it that much anymore. And it's still, because it's a lot cheaper, it almost costs like 50 ultimate less than the Dawnbreaker. So you have it up a lot more often. And I've had this in especially in no CP and BGs a lot, where I would just kill like 2 people and then instantly have my Crescent Sweep back up, and I could just use it again, and just, it's so much pressure, and I could just kill entire groups of people with this. So yeah, I think Crescent Sweep, if you don't like it, Dawnbreaker is fine, but Crescent Sweep, actually pretty good skill. So yeah, that's the skills. Let's check out the champion points real quick. So the green tree, it is whatever. I always say, take the Gifted Rider, take the War Mount. The rest is basically, you know, whatever you want, because the rest is basically just PvE stuff. I always have Sustaining Shadow, so I can sneak a little bit more cheaply in case I want to do that. In this meta, with like a lot of people trying to gank you, sometimes sneaking is the way, you know? Sometimes you just want to sneak to get through an area without 80 Nightblades jumping at you. Okay, sometimes sneaking is the way. Just putting it out there. Steed's Blessing for your out of combat movement speed. You know, it would be nice if it was in combat, but I like the out of combat movement speed too, because sometimes you just got to run from one point to another because you can't mount up, or just cover some distance. So a little extra movement speed, not bad. So in the blue tree, we're going for Master at Arms, which is the direct damage. We're going for Biting Aura, which is the area of effect damage. We're going for Fighting Finesse, which is just the critical damage and healing. And then, of course, Backstabber for more crit damage. That's basically the setup we're doing. All the other things, you know, all the free things, just take them. Just take them. Everything that you can get, everything that's for free, everything that you have to slot, put points into it. And in the red tree, same here, put everything, all the points into all the free things. And we're running the Boundless Vitality, the Peace of Mind, which is quite nice, gives you quite a lot of health and magicka recovery. Health recovery is not super important because we're not speccing into this in any way, but it helps. But the magicka recovery is really where it shines. So yeah, while you have a crowd control immunity, and you're going to be stunned a lot, of course, you know, in a fight, you're always going to be stunned. Basically, on cooldown, people are going to stun you. So this is going to be up a lot. That's 200 free magicka recovery just for breaking out of a stun and having CC immunity. Or if you use a potion, you would get this too, of course, because you have the crowd control immunity. So, you know, keep that in mind. The next one is Sustained by Suffering, which is kind of like similar like the other one. Gives you 150 health, magicka, and stam recovery when you have a status effect, a negative effect on you. So you're also always going to have a negative effect on you in PvP. So yeah, this is going to be up at all times, basically. And, you know, this one in combination with this one, that's a lot of extra regen, and I like that a lot. The next one is Celerity. Feel free to use something else if you want. I find this build a little slow, so I wanted to put a little extra movement speed in there. And yeah, but if you feel like you don't need it, you can pick whatever you want. I like the Celerity quite a lot, actually. It just helps move a little faster, and sometimes moving a little faster helps. But yeah, that's it. That's the build. I hope you guys liked it. Try it out. It's amazing. Griffin is pretty easy to get, actually, and Order's Wrath is craftable, so you shouldn't have an issue getting these pieces. Of course, you need the Oaken Soul Ring, but hey, you probably already have that. And then the one Valkynscoria piece, you probably have that too. If you don't have it, put something else on that you find valuable. Extra health, extra armor, extra regen, whatever it is, extra weapon damage. Put it on. It's not a must. But these two sets definitely work well together. The high crit chance and high crit damage, amazing. I love it. So yeah, try this build. I think this is where Templar really shines. I'll show you a clip now from a little BG match where you can see this thing just rip ass like it's nobody's business. And yeah, I hope you liked it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video soon, guys. Enjoy. Take it easy. I'm not used to being in a group. You can leave. You don't have to be here, kitty. Someone else is gonna get queued in. I just need to test this in no CP. Dude, come on, just gap close him.
We'll break every last one of them. The relic is lost.
Dude, my sustain is not great on this build, unfortunately. Sit down, son. Oh, we got a wolf. Dude, I need juice. I need juice in the box.
No, the relic is theirs.
Oh!
Defend that relic. Cut them down.
I definitely need more sustain on this build. This build doesn't have the amount of sustain that is necessary to keep fighting for a prolonged period of time. But it claps. It slaps. It claps. Can't hit him. Oh, he died. He died to the purifying light.
Every last one of them. The relic is lost.
I guess we're gonna put in a little bit more sustain. Dude, where's the purifying light? The light that is purifying, where is it? Dude, this Templar runs on no sustain here. No juice in the box. No juice in the box. Templar doesn't care. Templar is like, what is sustain? What is sustain? What even is it? Never heard of it.
By steel, blood, and broken bones, the relic is ours! We must get the relic back!
Man, it's just non-stop action. Get him!
Defend that relic! Cut them down!
I need more juice.
By steel, blood, and
I need juice in the box. I need juice in the box. Give me some juice. Daddy needs some juice. Oh no! That was a large mistake. Oh my god, that was a big fucking mistake. Unkillable Templar. This is the squishiest build ever. How am I not dying? Is no one doing damage? I don't understand this. This is the first time I died. This is like such a squishy build. How the fuck am I not dying? I mean, look at this. They're doing damage. Is Kitty healing me? Is Kitty healing me? But it doesn't. Low MMR doesn't mean anything. If I'm taking like 6k damage from an attack, I should be dying at some point, but I'm not. I feel like Kitty's healing. What is this even? Captured the relic? I haven't even looked at it yet. I'm so slow on this build. Wow. The clapping is happening. Everybody's got some... I'll look around, Kitty. I'll look around if I can feel it. Feel it? Find it. I'll see if I can feel it. Any feelers? Oh, I'm dead now. No, I'm not dead. Woo. Templar OP! This is so OP! Why are you so OP, Templar? What's going on? What is going on, Templar? Why are you so OP? Oh my god, the Templars, you're just such a beast, dude. You're so OP. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my god, the Templars coming in strong, dude. Oh my god. People just getting clapped left and right, dude. Oh my Jesus. Oh, I love it. The clapping, yeah, seriously, man. Just people running into these dome breakers. Love it. Feels good. How did you think this would go, Mr. Werewolf? How did you think this would go? Did you really think you could just like run up here and then just grab the thing without anyone doing anything? Why are they all camping there? I don't understand. Ah, dude, they're afraid. They're literally afraid. I don't know why. Come on, man. It's just me. Don't be afraid. 18 kills, dude. I'll take him. I'll fucking take him, dude. GG. G fucking G.